We're here. Happy dates. It is time for your final match of Season 7 regular season. Across all 4 divisions that we cover here, we have one last match. And you know what? Looks to be a banger. I've got Dreamland taking on Extinction here for the rare Sunday stream. Yeah, I don't normally stream on Sundays, but you know what? This one was worth it. It's the final match. We kind of had to put a nice little bow on everything before playoffs kick off on Wednesday. Apologies, it's a little bit of a late start. I had a bit of an audio issue getting in. So forgive me. It's giving me a bit of a rush intro here, but you know what? Let's go. We got some bonus Overwatch. What do you want from me? All right. We got some bonus Overwatch here on a lovely Sunday afternoon. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend wherever you may be in this day and time and place. And all right, there you go. That's what we got. We're going to jump right into this thing. We're already getting, some picks and bans here. Dreamland's gonna be your home team here for this final match of the season. They've chosen Nepal and banned out the Wrecking Ball. Extinction, of course, they've got Pela. Dreamland are holding on to your #1 spot here for this final match, looking to confirm that. They will move to 14-1 with a win today over your defending champions of Extinction, but if they lose, Nightmare do have the head-to-head. So if Dreamland can't close this one out, they will move to 2nd seed. Just the difference between playing YFP and playing Amplify in the opening round. Extinction are, of course, looking to move up and see if they can push up the ranks here a little bit for their final match of the regular season. So basically, if Extinction win this one, they will move into 5th place. EDM do have 4th place. They have the head-to-head over both Nightmare Academy and the potential 10-5 Extinction, depending on how this match goes. So no matter what, EDM get 4th place. Extinction could steal 5th place away from Nightmare Academy with a win today. And that would also push Dreamland down into 2nd place. Dreamland can secure #1 seed with a win here today. I anticipated we'd have a ban here by now. It's going to be a Bastion ban out of Extinction to kick things off. We're going to get a side swap and go ahead and get all that fixed for you. Thank you for joining me for this little bonus Sunday stream. That was actually a cool camera move. I wish I had... All right, we're good. I just did this perfect little back out to go all the way outside the sanctum where we're going to kick things off here. I was like, hey, that was actually pretty good. Damn it. I wish y'all say that. I'm telling you, it was great. It was great. Extinction with Twolzz in. With the Wrecking Ball banned out, when you don't see Pela here in this opening round. We will get the Dead of Soj. They're out of Extinction. Dreamland are going to put Talisman into the May. Dion pressing forward here in the Sigma Cup. Of course, one of the best signals we have in Master Division, 100%. Of course, Tread was originally on this roster, but has gone on, been recently announced there with Disguised. Alongside Rocket from Nightmare, we'll see how that plays a part once we get into the postseason. As you know, Nightmare is still going to be one of the teams to beat there. But it's going to be Extinction here with first fight win in the here and now of Nepal. We're looking at a Graveyard with some great ult charge already to start. One of my favorite flex supports here in Path to Pro in A. Great wall, but you're not quite able to secure the kill on the Twolzz. Lampent's going to get in. And Dion falls to the overwhelming pressure of the Blender, or at least the pseudo Blender. Blender plus Soj. Hey, Bill Skunk. Mind if I steal the watch off of first map for you? Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, Hyper. No worries. I'm on a delay, so. There we go. Put it in chat so you don't have to wait for my 2-minute response. Manually with an opener, and Dion close to an ultimate. Could be just the ticket here to get Dreamland on the board for the first time in Sanctum. You'd think the, more poke-oriented composition from Dreamland might have the advantage here in this sub-map, but they've struggled to get any position on this bridge. Now Juno's going to take the spot on the ultimate, on the point as well with that ultimate. We're going to layer in a sound barrier. Twolzz is going to throw a grab in the corner. Pick up 2. Extinction will deny it what could have been a great fight for Dreamland, never giving Dion a chance to throw in the flux. NenWhy also forced to just sit on a big check mark as the beeping stress comes in. 9% on the clock. Flux just trying to get in the door, will not catch anything. And Tip disengages with the OC back to the point, catching NenWhy, causing the Ajax there on the point. A 100-0 for Extinction to kick this one off. By the way, Extinction did drop their head-to-head to Artemis. We had talked about how that could have been an important match for Artemis. And that would have been... Yeah, there was a world where Extinction didn't make playoffs if they lose all 3 series. That was as of Friday. But they win their match on Friday, securing their spot in playoffs. If they had lost their match on Friday, they lost to Artemis as well. There's a chance where Elliot Artemis could have stolen away Extinction's playoff spot based on the results of this match. But Extinction didn't quite let it get down. I mean, it was a moonshot of an effort. But the fact that Artemis even won their match over Extinction in a 3-2 over the weekend, I think it's quite phenomenal. So, the only reason I bring that up is just to say a bit of a slingshot, a bit of a bounce back here as Extinction put up a great opening round against your #1 seed, at least in this final, going into this final match. Dreamland looking to secure that. Right now, they're working from Elephant. I feel like this is the more powerful position on this map. Usually, the team that holds Elephant is able to win, but Lampent is going to move in and steal it away. And it is actually going to be Extinction winning out this opening fight. Lamp trying to circle in, see if they can pincer her in from the back line. A dangerous move. I mean, that was a 1v3 dive. But Twolzz doesn't even have to bubble until very late, so... Man, Lampent does a good job of knowing exactly how long they can stay in. Dion does not connect with the rock, but is able to steal a little bit of space away. Would love to keep more pressure on a Lampent, who's a shield up to help Talisman escape once the cryo freeze had faded. Nice teamwork there from Dreamland to secure rotation towards Elephant side. They're going to continue that rotation towards stairs, looking to build up towards some ultimates. Talisman super close, Graveyard as well. Graveyard looking to get in position, swing in to throw in the Kitsu. Right on top of Dion. This could help to build up the rest of this ultimate. Ooh, but Juno has an answer of their own. Tip and Lampent both with DPS ults, and Lampent's already getting aggressive. Cutting right in the middle of this, and NenWhy's going to go ahead and throw in the sound barrier. Lampent with a 3-charge Sundering Blade just forces rotation out of Dreamland. They move back towards Elephant, looking to respond in, but Timp has an OC this time. Beautiful use out of those 2 DPS ults here from Extinction, and they force Dreamland back. Dion with feeling a little bit desperate with that flux. It just gets thrown right into the pits of Nepal. Extinction threatening back-to-back 100-0s to open up this series. Neither DPS ults get anything. Twolzz with a grab to celebrate. The OT fades, and what a start to this series. Dreamland did not try to match the Vendetta. I wonder if that's going to be the first ban coming into this. You know, that they seem more worried about the the Wrecking Ball of Pela, right? And yeah, it ended up being Lampent's Vendetta that caused them problems. It's exactly what they're going to ban out here on this Shambali pick. Let's go look at some stats there from map 1. What stands out in the stats? I mean, 2 deaths in total for Extinction. That's... wow. What more can I say? One of those is Lampent, you know, on the Vendetta. We saw how just absolute into the back line. I mean, Lampent was coming in from behind, from their spawn on top of the roof into 3, right? That's how aggressive Lampent was playing that. So, you know, understandable. And then Dreamland was able to trade out Juno in one of those team fights somewhere in there. That is it. What makes Extinction good against the top seed teams, but bad against the lower seed teams? That's a damn good question, Pinky. I don't have a good answer for you. But I mean, Extinction beat Nightmare, and you know, and then turn around and like lose to Artemis. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's playing down to their opponents or being able to punch up. I think it's, I mean, they're your defending champions. So we know that they can punch up. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe they use that as an opportunity to try different strats or to try things that they normally wouldn't, to expand their wings in ways that they normally, you know, they don't against Nightmare and Dreamland. But that, I mean, you put up 2 deaths. You put it 2 deaths. Care Pylon, big comms, Care Pylon. Against the #1 seed. Coming in off the back of a loss to Iliad Artemis. To the, you know, 9th seed, 8 and 7 Iliad Artemis. Which were a dangerously close. And Iliad Artemis that were dangerously close from stealing away your playoff spot, right? And they open up strong here. Extinction's going to grab first pick. You're able to catch manually. A lot of times we see teams trying to ambush up left side, get a really quick jump on that left side. You pop manually immediately, so no chance for that here, right? You are playing with the Lampent Farah, which you have Kirito on the bench and pulling in the Lampent Farah. Just because there's so much faith they have. I mean, Lampent has been outstanding this season 7. That was a hell of a rock. Did you see that rock from Twolzz? That rock connected. Dion felt that one. Take 2 aspirant, call me in the morning. Dion will eventually take this high ground. It's not as blitzkrieg as, you know, I was initially talking about, but they do get there in the end. Thick like a stew. Mmm, delicious. Mommy sarcasm. I like it. I like it. There we go. Apologies. My volume was a little loud on my end, meaning I felt like I was kind of screaming at you, so I'm sorry about that. Now I get a little more reasonable. Should be okay on y'all's, and you let me know. You let me know if the game audio is too loud, like the explosions and stuff. All right. NenWhy getting to use a orbital to try to get around this final corner. Can be a difficult corner. Great Maywall looks to have put Twolzz in a bit of a rough spot, but you will not get that ultimate off. Tep tried to layer in a bolo shot somewhere through that as well. Juno did, I mean, I applaud the effort. Oh, Juno. Oh, no. Oh. All right. All right. Well. Social with it. Oh, an aerial Captive Sun wins it out against Graveyard. Oh, that is a big ego win there. Captive Sun in the air to connect with one of, you know, arguably what I've called the most lethal flex supports in all of FACEIT League and all of Path to Pro. Social really known more for his Lucio, right? Graveyard goes back into a carry, by the way, after that. This is Doomfist. Not one you see very often. Good looking. I like the Galactic on the green. Annihilation on the point from Dion though, to be able to siphon off the health of Juno. Still, Tip is able to put a couple kills in. Twolzz survives long enough, and the card holds at .02.
That'll have to do.
Extinction will gain 1 spot. They will move up to 5th. Yes, Maddie is correct. 5th place, because they have the head-to-head over EDM. No, excuse me. They have the head-to-head over... not EDM. We'll check after this map. I think EDM has 4th. Kind of no matter what. Oh, almost give up the cap. Social does get the captive set blocked, but they're just able to go swipe at Dion for the kill. Talisman gets 2, and NenWhy's still hanging out here. I think it's just Twolzz left. Reinforcements starting to show up, and we get a C9! Oh no! Oh, the C9, the humanity! Talisman with the big hero play. Dreamland needed something to go right here, and Talisman delivers with a huge 2-piece on the end of that fight. No shot. Well, Talisman the hero moves over, catches Juno, catches Twolzz. It's just going to continue this momentum after pushing point B and, I mean, just at the wire there. Jinhara, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Enormous. Let's go. You look at that. You emboldened Talisman to a 4K because of your Prime sub. The power of Prime. We're going to get another one. Talisman robbed of the 5th. But you get 3 points on the board after... I mean, that was looking really dicey there for Dreamland, and then they just kind of soared through point C. And suddenly we've got ourselves a map and potentially a match. But yet Ayari is in fact a flex support. I don't know, does that is an interesting caveat. Because we have recently, right? I'm thinking OC's video on Wu Yong. I won't go into too much of a tangent here, but that is an very, very interesting point you make, Maddie, because we've now decided, right, that main support is really just what hero is practice set at the high level, right? So we call Lucio Brig main supports because that you kind of have to just practice those heroes. But then Ayari is in fact mostly played by main support. Wu Yong is also a main support, right? So an interesting point, is Ayari actually a main support? I don't think so. But she might be. I mean, it kind of really depends on how loose you are with the definition. I would say though, Ayari is also in the same spot with Zenyatta. I would say Zenyatta has always traditionally been a flex support, but really only used in double flex support metas. Right? So I put Ayari as an akin with Zenyatta. So I do think she is still flex support. By the way, great swap out of Lampent here. Got a line just kind of drawn across the middle of the map, right? You see Lampent dancing back and forth across the left side. This is, I mean, almost exactly the area you hold. Two little fights going on at the same time. It's a 4v3 with Social and Temp able to come up with trades inside Blue House, inside the repair shop. Let's shift our camera around as the line is now changed. Talisman is cheating all of this, dancing around in the back line as a Tracer does. Is obviously behind enemy lines, building up towards this pole. Social doing a good job at keeping them at bay for now. But Juno is the primary target. Oh, recall fours. That's not ideal there from Talisman. It's gonna be a beat engage. Social wants to move forward. I have to sneeze. Oh, Tim goes down. Beat fades. Sneeze held at bay. Shot lands. Oh, but Talisman gets it done at one. Still, the Nano did go out onto Twolzz. I'm trying to see if I can use it to get over the line, but Dion just is too resilient. That's the word I was looking for. C3E. I appreciate the follow. C3E1. The J of Blue Hooey is here. It's indeed. Hello, Blue Jay. Welcome, welcome. Twolzz is striking like a meteor. Honestly, it just kind of blinded your supports. It's like, I will blind your supports. They will not be able to see you to heal. Yes, support grouping is very much a remnant of Overwatch 1. Flex support is when your support would actually flex to a Roadhog or something that was not a support, like a hero at all. Flex support comes from a time of before roll lock. So it is very much an antiquated term. But I think as far as categorizing, I think Zen and Ayari are very much the same. No, it's just categorizing. It's not history, for sure. Ayari does not have the historical factor of flex support. I agree with that. That Zen has. But categorically, I think they feel very much the same of what they bring. I do think like with Brig, Wuyong, Lucio, all bring a protection utility. In some fashion. Boops, speeds, shield, whip shot. I mean, you have Wave have some crowd control. Right? And even... So, I don't know, there is something of a protection facet to me, to main supports. I mean, you could say it is just gun for Ayari. Anyway, Dion with an annihilation here. We'll stop waxing poetic. I'll start talking about the game again. As Extinction have kind of been stopped trying to fight their way up the hill through the cave here. We got... I'll let y'all debate that point from now on. I'm going to stay focused on the game as best I can. You knew me, I get too easily distracted. Whoa, great Suzu. But you forced Suzu out early. So... we'll see if the defense wants to get aggressive with that. That's your most important cooldown. Taken out of the game. Juno's going to go ahead and invest in Kitsu, countered by that orbital. Social layered in a sound barrier as well, and neither of the two support ultimates out of Extinction are able to muscle through the NenWhy orbital. It's a 1-for-2 trade. Twolzz after swapping to a Ramatra and trying to punch their way around the corner. It looks like just to be a trade of forms there between your Rams. And it's going to be an overclock here from Manually that puts Lampent down. Hog isn't a hero. Roadhog is the support. It was literally a thing. Go look it up. 30 seconds left on the clock. Everything's spent here from Extinction. They've exhausted all their resources. They can't muscle through. I mean, when they lost the 2-for-1 support ultimates just to NenWhy's OC. I mean, NenWhy's Orbital. I mean, that was pretty much it. Manually was able to win a fight after that with the overclock. Now we have a Kitsu in play. Oh, but Twolzz catches Graveyard with the Nemesis form. Annihilation out of Dion. And suddenly the defense doesn't look like they have a whole lot of resources to play with. Extinction finding themselves a player up and close to a NenWhy ultimate. I mean, excuse me. They're close to a Lampent ultimate. Juno ultimate as well. Twolzz to hold the line with the Annihilation. See if they can beat the defense towards that NenWhy ultimate. Yeah, too many critical health bars. You got to use this Kitsu. Try to stabilize. You got 2 pressuring from behind. Talisman gets caught. Temp takes them both down. We get the cap. If it wasn't clear, I was meaning that the player of that role would switch roles in very unique instances. All right. Talisman trying to see if they can sneakily get in under the radar here of Extinction, but Lampent's able to keep him marked. Blade is in, sound barrier to bolster. We're going to cut through 1. Swift step out of Graveyard and turn the corner, specifically hunting the Curie. Big chunky slice at the end, caught 2. Dion had a Nemesis form, Graveyard did not. The defense will trade out 1 or running to Dion cart where they will be, wish will be rewarded. Granted, should I say. Lampent is definitely one of the better vendettas in the division. Absolutely. Rocket as well, which is one of the big reasons I think Nightmare could be in a little bit of trouble here. But yeah, Lampent's vendetta looked even better than Rocket's in that head-to-head. On that particular day, Lampent was on fire. A fight to try to continue in Shambali for the honor to play in extra innings. Talisman's already dropped into your backline, though. Manually and Dion have cut it to a 5v3. Dion's going to run down with an Annihilation. Twolzz no choice but to anchor the cart. Ends up surrounded and the defense holds. Dreamland will tie us up. It looks like they've all got look at this, they're all matchy-matchy. I respect it. Look at them all matchy-matchy. Okay, Dreamland. And a Queen Street pick and a Cassidy ban. Extinction knew exactly what they wanted to do. We'll get the side swap for you. And that band plugged in. Let's look at some stats. We're not wasting any time here. Looks pretty darn close in deaths. I mean, you do have, Talisman at 5, NenWhy only 3. Huge outliers there. Talisman 29 and 5 with a huge map. The Genji swap. The Genji worked out well in the Dreamland Vendetta ban worked out well. You're able to take that away from Lampent. Wait, it was Lampent who was playing the Genji, excuse me. It was the Tracer from Talisman. Was vicious. Pardon me, my head, I got it backwards. But yes, no, the Tracer. The Tracer was damn good. You see, we're getting those overheads, kind of draw a line down the middle. And just how much Talisman was demanding attention. No Queen Street's on a map we see very often. We will get the Zarya banned out. And Pela will come in. Artemis could have made things interesting had Extinction not won their match on Friday. That secured their playoff spot. Right now, they are fighting for a 5th place finish to see if they can move up and ahead of YFP, of Nightmare Academy here in the standings. They have the head-to-head over Nightmare Academy, but they lost the head-to-head to EDM. So they could move into 5th place with a win here today. Oh, Gambus, good call. You got Pela back in the Wrecking Ball and Lampent back in the Vendetta. This is gonna be a mean combo. Wait, Cam is back? Can I DM you afterward? I mean, if you want to. There's something you need to DM. Oh, I'll give you a stare. I owe somebody a stare. I really appreciate that Prime sub. Each one of those subs are really huge. It means a lot and it helps a lot. Thank you so much for the support, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pela gets body blocked, absolutely caged up inside a mega room there over about the midfield mark. That should be enough to win this second team fight and deny Extinction this early checkpoint. I think he makes a great point. He says in chat, I feel like they look so much better with Lampent on Vendetta, so I wouldn't be surprised if this map goes a lot better for Extinction. You're also able to bring Pela in with the ball, and they can put those two together. Social's exceptional on this Wuyong as well. You know, we talk about Social not really known for being an aimer, you know, for the Yari. But I will say, their Wuyong is nasty. Gets the stun there. We see the early ultimate come out from Social. As I was just talking, probably should have gone to some Social POV. Unfortunately, you do lose Juno in that exchange just by getting the stun on a Dion. Yeah, you got it, Jill. Happy to. Happy to. I know what you're talking about, but yeah, I know. I mean, with 2-minute delay, it was clear communication's good. Talisman once again already wreaking some havoc here on the Tracer. That is the only 2 deaths. Oop. As we see them stick temp in the background. Sorry about that. Sound barrier as well as an overclock in play here. Talisman goes down for the 3rd time on the map. Still the only player to die from Dreamland. Tip slingshots back in. The counter punch lands perfectly onto Manually. A knockout right to the chin. And the bot just goes right back the other direction with that pick. Football. Let's see where Lampent and Social off on a flank mission here. The Social's pulled back. Lampent through Gem. Pela's way deep. Okay, just kind of pile drive in the middle. Looking to build it towards these mines. Oh, lost the momentum. Was hoping to spin around the car and lost the momentum. They make it back to the Mega, so Pela's okay. But you kind of lost a bit control of the courtyard because of that failed move. Lampent trying to get that space back. Drop the Sundering in the middle of the street. You push Dreamland up into the gem. It kind of ends up being a stalemate. Both teams back up, but Extinction regains control of the bot. Pela's moved in, though. Look at this. While all that's happening, Pela's able to sneak in. Gets a big pick on a NenWhy. And that huge +2 eventually, that's all it needed. Just a little bit go in the way of Extinction. They're able to get that all-important checkpoint. Keep an eye on Pela as they're continuing to swing around. You owe us a stare, a turned on camera, and a dad joke? Do I really? Oh, you put in the dad joke. Oh, when he did turn on the... I didn't see the cam. I'm so sorry. Boom. Cam is back on. There you go. I pledge allegiance to the ball. Graveyard's Kitsu does buy Dreamland some space. Ooh, nice little finish there. Really not good enough in this game to understand what changes with them to stomp one mat and struggle the next. I mean, it's just something you'd have to go VOD review. I mean, you just have to take the time. I bet you could. You just have to go analyze, do research. It's not something. I don't think it's something that you just know offhand. Especially like seeing them days, if not weeks apart, right? It's not like we're watching the 2 matches back to back. So give yourself some grace on that. I bet you'd do great if you just, you know, I bet a lot of people here would. You just take time to go in and analyze. Great shot. Holy cow. Never remember what I'm talking about. Tim gets popped. Manually with an exceptional team fight here. Shuts down the OC. An important one. Sending Dreamland dangerously close to this point. Checkpoint picked up. Lampent has snuck all the way around. A big drop down swing with a Kitsune rush up front. Lampent sees that, realizes they are in by themselves. Manually now surges forward. Feeling their flank is clear. Lampent dives into the middle, hoping to find something. Ooh, will not get out of that. It was a big disruptor shot that got him down to 4 health. Mines over the point, though, as Pela now starts to layer in some more pressure. Pela is able to find a kill and manually trade this out. Now suddenly, Dion looks alone here in the middle. Pela receives the title blast as they're going to go chase down some supports. Continues to isolate Dion. My goodness, NenWhy, I mean, is playing in the skybox here. I love this game between Pela and NenWhy. Shields up from Pela. Able to force out the swift step there from Graveyard. Ends up going down to Tim. Whoop, Tim getting run down in their own right, though. Dion forced to self-destruct after Pela gets a little swing hit in. Does have the extra roll-through damage on the tanks, so just Dion feeling that hurt. And a little bit more for each one of those hits. Right, a nice little small swings, couple of batters onto Dion. Forces them to back up. You force out Suzu as well. You heard the ding of the Suzu win. Keep an eye out for Juno's ultimate. They're going to have to wait through manually's overclock first, though. Social does not escape that. There's a couple of big shots there. Dion able to chase it down. Talisman plants a pulse. And Dreamland are 5 meters away from the lead here in a tie game. Pela drops mines in over the top. Lampent at 1 health, trying to protect the lead at less than a meter to go. Tips now return with an OC of their own. Decent angle, but nothing to show for. Beautiful headshot. As I speak, I will say, even with the OC and the Kitsu, though, Extinction will not be able to protect the lead. Whoa! Graveyard trying to escape the wrecking ball, and it ends up cornered by Lampent. Good call out. Title blast is on to Social themselves. Pela just a little spin and win on the point. You're gonna have to reset though. Dreamland have control of this, and you're running out of time. They've also got the lead. My ice cream got freezer burn. Oh no! Yeah, it's also different for each team to boot. So true, Jill. So true. But a couple of TPS ults invested here from Dreamland just to try to secure the match point. Catch Juno peeking. Lampent and Pela on the objective, trying to steal this bot away. Lampent just ends up in the middle of the Fox Rush. Graveyard lands a couple of nice big red axes there in the attempt. Will assist in that kill. Hides on the bus stop from all the presence from Pela. Dreamland have got this one unlocked. They come from behind. Steal away. The Extinction pick a new Queen Street to take the 2-1 lead in the series. That felt so close. I'm thinking the Talisman Tracer. The Talisman Tracer ends up being a big standout there. Doesn't feel like Pela's able to get in and really do what they want as much as they would like. Extinction are relying on this burst damage on getting these picks, right? You got the, like, how is their comp supposed to work? You've got the Wuyong out of social. I'm thinking the Lampent Vendetta and the Pela Ball really need to converge, right? Temp is holding space with the, you know, holding space and creating respect with the Soj. Juno there for that the obvious sustainment. It's those three really coming together. You got the damage from the Wuyong with Lampent and the pile drivers all kind of converging at once. So I'm looking at, you know, really looking at the DPS line for help making that more uncomfortable. Really nice drive from Graveyard, it felt like, through that map 3 as well. Extinction going to take us to Blizzard World. I owe you bans. So we talked about the Tracer ban out of Extinction. It's a Wuyong ban here from Dreamland. Lampent's already down. Pela hacked up. Is able to trade NenWhy, but that's a, you know, you're trading out one of the fastest characters. Whew. Juno escapes, albeit barely, but Temp does not. Late trades means NenWhy will definitely make it back.
Infused with light.
I'm wondering, Pinky asked in chat, I wonder what the key is for finding consistency here for Extinction. And I can't help but wonder, maybe if it's just straight map dependent. Like, maybe they're just really, really good at the maps that they're really, really good on. But outside of the handful of maps or whatever, maybe they struggle. Maybe it's something as simple as that, you know? Hey, what's up, Spec? I didn't mean to go to the Lampent Pov, but we're gonna find Extinction down 2. Lampent able to swing it back, gets a pair. This is a little late to go help out on the back line. But hey, if you're Extinction, you managed to sneak out 2 ticks here. What is Temp still in the front line? Yeah, Temp's still here. Your DPS will eventually fall. With 2 minutes to go, we're gonna reset here of Extinction. Certainly not. We don't get hybrid very often at all. When we do, it's usually King's Row. Definitely, we don't get Blizzard World very often. That's for sure. EMP out of Talisman just was flat. That was a very flat EMP. I don't know what even prompted that. You didn't get any cooldowns out. You just kind of went in and 3, 2, 1 EMP. Social just pops, rally, and there's that third point, that third tick that Extinction needed. I do owe you a cam. Sorry, it was after the crash. I forgot to turn the cam off. My bad. Good call. My bad. Sorry, Witty. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to rob you of cam time. You're right. You're right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll give you a bonus dad joke. I also you a stare at a dad joke. We had like crashes and stuff and things happened. And so I didn't get time to do the redeems. Pretty good bait. Talisman didn't quite get it, though. So they disengage from their duel, considering there's a Kitsu in place here for Extinction to play with. Lampent's going to go to the high ground, manually fending it off with the OC. Slides in place, but kind of hit the pillar wrong. Can't really land anything from the overclock. But you do force a disengage and a 3-2 split. Social just tries to run into Mega Robe. I don't know what you thought you saw in there. All right, so how do you get Temp and Lampent in a position to steal? Okay, you forced the drop. I'm not sure manually needed to be dropped, for being honest, and apparently they agree. They're like, nope, back up to high ground. Mainly just entrenched here, though. I mean, it just creates such a nasty kill box on this corner. You've got to do something about it. Talisman tried to get aggressive at 1 health and ends up dying, but it's a 2-for-1 trade favoring the defense. The Sundering doesn't really get you much. I guess you've got enough space control to get the cart around the corner, but at the end of the day, it doesn't get you a whole lot. Extinction doing a kind of a slow job building up towards their ultimates, right? Okay, now we're starting to get into an old cycle here. Right as it gets 1 minute to go. Tip to the high ground, but most of the OC had already faded. It doesn't really find any good targets once they get there. You do have Dion low. The Social gives up on the chase, has to fall back because you've got Talisman cornered. Could be a great opening pick, but Talisman's able to escape back up to the high ground, find some healing. So Extinction get 2 players low, but can't get either of them down. They eventually will find both of those kills, 2-for-1, favoring Extinction with the Primal finally in play here from Pela. Ooh, not locked down the kill on him manually. Okay. Okay, maybe you're just playing with your food there a little bit. I was worried. I won't lie. Yeah, that was a bit of a feed from Social. That one was, I don't know what they saw in there, but they did not read that situation correctly at all. Ooh, yeah. Speaking of, manually just slides into a casket. This Lampent will turn Extinction around this corner. 1 minute to go. Talisman looking to swing a 3v5. Nothing there. Tip is used this time to sneak in underneath. And leapfrogging with Lampent will force this defense all the way back into the spawn doors with 45 seconds remaining. You do have swap from Dion onto the Zarya. Importantly, with Kitsune Rush as well to play with that. You open up with the OC. You get the Kitsu out of Juno first. A risky move here, but eventually the defense does layer in their own Fox. Manually picks up a kill through that. Lampent, see if they can close this out. Manually's got 2 into this fight. And I just don't think there is enough reinforcements left here for Extinction to do anything. Late touches coming in. Social is just too far away from that sound barrier to do any good. This is as far as Extinction will get. Will be enough. Bull Skunk is a playable character. This is the spotlight reveal. That's amazing. That's one of the most flattering things anybody's ever said. We're getting the social AR once again. Interesting combination with kind of a double poke out of the back line. With, I mean, you got a Yari, a Freya, and a Kirito all kind of, you know, poking down range, but then combined with Pela and a Lampent Vendetta. So this feels like an interesting hybrid comp between like a dive poke composition. Yeah, and Lampent ends up kind of isolated, unfortunately. Talisman barely escapes at 2 health. They will make it to the Mega. So it's a one and done here for Dreamland. Let's say yeah, that was, we saw some cutting edges flying in there from Lampent, but they're not going to try to contest. So 5 minute plus on the time bank. Moving into point B. We do get social going over onto the Lucio. So some, I mean, you need the boot to kind of prevent the high ground dives, but then Lampent and social go in and try to take a 2v5. So you run into the small room before the rest of your team can get there. Oh, and Extinction kind of fumbled that team fight a little bit. It felt like Extinction gave a mismatch to Dreamland. They gave away a 2v5 early in the fight, and then there was just no coming back from it. A little bit of an unforced error, it looked like. Just got my 9XL Lampent jersey. Let's go. Just bought 13 copies of Pela and Twolzz jerseys. Amazing. Let's go. You too can support Extinction. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're popping the primal. That very low manually gets topped up, though. I mean, I can see how you saw a low health bar there. I thought maybe you could get that kill. No. You do a triple somersault gainer there for Pela on the Winston. It's about the best look you got from this. Can you make Lampent towels? That would be amazing. I'm sorry, my mouse decided to do funky things. Sound barrier in from NenWhy. Ooh, and you will get the cap. It's going to take you a second to clean this up. Extinction invest their Kitsu into that. I need my Lampent Extinction jersey to be a quilt. Do we have Lampent mouse pads? Can we make a pillow fort out of Lampent jerseys? I think these are all exceptional suggestions. Oh, what a wall. Oh. Oh, no. And poor Lampent is just... Wow. I don't even know what to say on that one. Oh, Tip! Tip almost fooled you. Talisman didn't quite check their corners well enough, but Tip got antsy. Oh, almost got the squish kill. I thought Dion was going to get a double squish kill there. Didn't move in quite far enough. Almost got the Ajax squish kill on the social. Lampent now with the biggest Sundering Blade anybody's ever seen. No, I'm afraid it's not. It's not. That's their spawn, Lampent. That's their spawn. Extinction struggling to find a foothold here at all in this defense. With 3:45 on the clock, Dreamland secure their #1 seed in Season 7 as they close out the regular season with a win. We'll see you at playoffs. Stolen play of the game. Dreamland will finish out Season 7 strong. Close it out with a dub. Reminder, Extinction had 2 deaths in all of map 1. That's how dominant Nepal was. So I mean, like, that's how much this hurt. Map 2 was extraordinarily close, but Talisman really giving him a hard time. Really giving him a hard time. Right? Otherwise, your average deaths look pretty close. But, I mean, Dreamland run away with it there in the end. I mean, you're looking at 14 deaths total on New Queen Street. 11, 13, 17, 20 deaths. So 34 deaths total in 2 maps for I mean, that's really good. Right? Where Extinction had 25 plus 13, had 38 on New Queen Street alone. So it's going to be, I mean, 18 plus 35 here, right? So, I mean, 53 deaths on Blizzard World for Extinction, where Dreamland had a combined 34 in maps 3 and 4. There you go. Season 7 is in the books. Regular season, that is. Playoffs will start on Wednesday.